Right then, no more messing around with games that aren't for the Commodore 64. I've got 30 games left to review for the Commodore 64, one of which I haven't even picked up yet, but hopefully we'll do so relatively soon. So let's get on with it. The first one I'm going to look at this year is a Ricochet release of a game originally released by Gremlin Graphics, and the game is called Trailblazer. So here's the packaging for Trailblazer, and as with most Ricochet releases, it's a variant of the original artwork on the front cover there with the Ricochet logo. Pretty unspectacular, it's just a football flying through the air. Nice logo though, which is also on the spine. And on the back cover we've got some screenshots and a bit of intro about the game. Thunder into the unknown at breakneck speed, pushing your reflexes to the limit, etc, etc. As you can see there, it's got a copyright Gremlin Graphics 1986 at the bottom there. Inside we've got just the one page of instructions. It's got the aim of the game. It's got a 1 and 2 player mode. You can also play versus a robot. It's got scoring information, type of squares that you'll travel along, and the controls, loading instructions, all the usual stuff. And the copyright there again, Gremlin Graphics, and licensed to Mastertronic. And the rest of the packaging, apart from a gun and a target, is completely empty. So here you can see the title screen of the game, and then we go into the introduction itself. And as you can see, although this wasn't originally a Mastertronic release, it is written by Sean Southern, who did many great games like Kickstart, for example, on the C64 for Mastertronic, and it does share some similar traits with Kickstart. For example, the ability to choose different courses, the scrolling text across the middle of the screen, some very similar items, familiar ones if you're a fan of Sean Southern games, and we've played many of them throughout the months on the Mastertronic Chronicles. So the game itself has got a variety of options, which you can see across the bottom of the screen there. You've got 1 and 2 player arcade versions. There's a trial version, a match version where players play against each other. You can also play against a computer, and there's the ability to select different courses there. So for example, I can select courses A, B and C. Those are for the match games against either another player or the computer. There's a tune playing in the background which you may not be able to hear too well because it is quite quiet for some reason, even though I've bumped the volume right up. Jolly little tune, but nothing too much going on there. So as you can see, there's a very long scrolling track going along the screen there. Let's get on with an arcade playthrough of the game just to demonstrate how it plays if you've never seen it before. Basically, you're a ball that's got to go along a course. That's me at the top half of the screen. The second half of the screen would be occupied by the other player if there was one. And you've got to get to the end of the course before the time runs out. You get 30 seconds. There's various things that you can stop you, impede your progress, like these pink ones bounce you backwards. Green ones speed you up. Holes, unsurprisingly, you fall down. The time carries on going down. Blue ones make you jump. You can also press fire to jump, although sometimes it doesn't really seem to work. You've got to dodge out the way of holes, and I'm basically going to run out of time and get game over. So that wasn't a very good example. I'm not very good at the game. I'll try and play it through a little bit better. You can practice by going to the trial mode, which gives you unlimited time to play through a level. So let's try and play that first level again with unlimited time, just demonstrate a bit more slowly what there is on the screen. So the brown squares are normal ground that doesn't do anything bad to you. Blue makes you jump, red slows you down, green speeds you up, pink makes you bounce backwards and you can't get past them, green speeds you up again, blue makes you jump again in case you missed it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Jumping is particularly annoying in the game. And when you get to the end of the level, it goes grey again. Other things come in later, such as the blue, light and dark blue checkerboard inverts the controls, which makes it particularly difficult. So let's play through the arcade mode again, see if I can get a bit further. the sound effects to me sound pretty much like they were stolen from Whizball. But if you're going to steal them from something, you may as well steal them from that. Could be wrong actually, I think Whizball might have come out later. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Oh, that big gap there, I never managed to jump over that. No matter how many times I've hammered the fire button. Crazy. Oh, for God's sake, and that's going to be game over again. Induces much swearing in this game. I'll try and keep that down for the purposes of this video. Let's give it another go. I have managed to get off the first level, believe it or not. Although you wouldn't think so by how I'm playing it so far. There we go, this is making a bit more progress. Oh, there's a jump that worked as well, and two more. Oh, that was almost a good run then. And I'm to the end. It's actually the most points I've ever got. So at the end of the level you get a bonus for your remaining time, and you go on to the next level. It's a pretty basic concept but quite addictive. Graphics are very nicely done, you know, there's good illusion of speed as you get going. You can go really fast if you get the chance to. But I keep falling down holes. Oh. Oh, get out of the way, pink things. Oh. Oh, that was garbage. So the graphics are fairly straightforward. Oh, I'm nearly there. No, that's just depressing. Game over. I was right on the home straight then. So let's show some of the other game modes, since I'm so dreadful at the arcade mode. You've seen the trial mode. 2-player match isn't going to serve much purpose. Let's pick some different courses. There are 20 odd courses to choose from. So let's just pick some at random. Not the same ones though. There we go, PL and H. So let's play versus the robot. I won't win this, but it gives you a demonstration of some of the other courses. So as you can see, in this mode you can race against a computer controlled opponent who unsurprisingly doesn't make many mistakes. Way less than me anyway. And you can see some of the other courses, as you see, they get more complicated. Not sure what the white ones do. Maybe a time bonus or something. Should probably look at the instructions. This is that bit I was talking about where it inverts the controls, so that's really crazy. So I'm actually doing alright, and you can't tell because obviously you can't see me moving the joystick, but I'm going left to go right and right to go left in that stage. And still it goes on. More red and green bits, more holes to keep falling down. It's actually not beneficial to go as fast as you can throughout most of the game. There's another slow bit, another jump which I've cocked up. Nearly there. Nope. Oh, for God's sake. I am absolute rubbish at this game. Sometimes you land on the blue ones and it just doesn't make you jump at all. Oh, for God's sake. It's embarrassing. This is impossible. How long is this course? It's just ridiculous. Oh, come on. It's pathetic. So I finished nearly 50 seconds behind the computer there. You have to play for a long time to become actually good at this game. But what you can't argue with is the quality of it. It's a really nicely put together game. Good presentation. It is a bit of a classic on the C64. I don't know what the white one does. Needless to say, oh, that was quite convenient. I'm actually not that far behind the computer here. Oh, come on. I mean, that gap's just huge. You've got no chance. Actually, wasn't that far behind then after I hadn't made a mess of it at the end. So away we go again. Again, you've got the inverted controls. Oh, come on. By the way, it's only left and right that invert. It's not forward and backwards. Oh, I'm just awful at this. So apologies, oh God almighty, apologies for the terrible gameplay, but you get an idea about how the game is. Pretty fun game, probably more fun with two human players who are both equally as bad at it. But as I was saying before I got so frustrated, it's a nicely put together game, good presentation, lots of options. Music's a bit lackluster, graphics are pretty decent, albeit basic, but they do the job. So it's a nice game, well worth $1.99 despite the frustration. I think that's probably it for the review. Not one of my best reviews, not one of my finest hours gameplay wise, but you get an idea of how the game plays. It's quite good fun, and let's move on to the next one.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.